Hi, I'm Rebecca J. Venton. Welcome to my knit and crochet channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make knitted fingerless gloves. Now, you can make it as long as you want or short as you want. By having a cuff, just make it long and you just fold it up, just like you would with the crochet one that I showed you. Alright, and all you have to know how to do is the knit. Alright, and so I'm going to show you how to do that. And how to decide how long to make it and how wide. Alright, let's put this aside. Okay, on the instructions that I use, you can use any yarn you want. And on the instructions that I used, let's see, where is it? Okay. It tells me that for knitting, use a 8 US needle, which I have right there. Alright. And it tells me that for every 17 stitches, it's going to make 23 rows. Now the rows aren't important, because I'll tell you why in a few minutes. But the stitches are. And this means that for every 4 inches, that's what that square is. So, what I did was, you take a measurement, and you decide how many inches you want. Okay? Now for a fingerless glove, I like to go about here. And I like the length, because then it's underneath your jacket. If you make one for your kid, it actually feels pretty good to not have the snow go up your arm into the jacket, because I hated that as a kid. And this also will fit under gloves too. That way they can keep warm, keep the snow up from your jackets. It's perfect. Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to measure. Now for every 4 inches you do 17 stitches. So just do your basic math. Right here is 17 stitches, and then right there is another 17. You get the drill. Alright, so to cast on, let me show you. This is how I do it. Sometimes I'll do it different ways, but for this project I like to do it the way I'm going to show you. You're going to give yourself a tail. Keep it somewhat long, but not quite, because I'm going to use that cast on tail to sew the top of the glove to the top of the thumb hole. Alright? That way I don't have to add yarn, and it's already there, so why not take advantage of it? Okay, do your basic slip knot. And what I'm going to do, move the yarn over here. I like it to the right of me. In knit and crochet, I like it to the left. It all depends on what you're doing. Okay, so to cast on, I'm just going to show you how to cast on 9 stitches, because total of 10, because I'm just demonstrating. Alright, so we're going to do it as if we're knitting. Go in from the bottom and up through the back, wrap it around, bring it through. And instead of pulling this off, we're going to do that. Round like that. Okay, there's 3. Go in again. Because in knitting, I would be pulling it off. We're not going to do that yet. We're going to put it right back on. Put it right back on. Alright, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, so what you're going to do now is every single row, you're just going to knit. Alright, yarn over, pull off, go up from the bottom upward, wrap it around, go down and pull it off. All right. And then when you get to the end of the row, oops, okay. When you get to the end of the row, what you're gonna do is turn and start all over again. Always keep the right hand needle working behind the left hand needle. And that's all you do. And you just keep repeating that and repeating that until it goes all the way around, because the cast on is on here, all right? And you're going to go all the way around and all the way around. And what I'm going to have you do is go all the way around, but leave a gap so that the cast on and the cast off don't touch, but give it like a half an inch, because you want it snug. You don't want it so loose that, you know, it falls off or it gets in the way of handling things. So always give yourself at least a half an inch when you wrap it around your hand to show you where to sew, okay? So you're going to keep doing that. And what's going to happen to cast off is, let's see, let's do it another time, because when you cast off, I want the cast on edge to be on your right hand side, and I'll show you why as soon as I get over to it. Okay, just a couple more and a couple more. I hope I'm explaining this to you good. Okay, so when I turn my work, my cast on edge will be on my right hand side of my work, or edge, right hand edge. Okay, so the cast off, because you want this part, the cast off edge, to end up over on your left hand side. I want them to be the opposite. Okay, so knit the first 2 stitches as normal. Okay, now to cast off, skip the stitch that you just did and go to the first stitch here. Okay, take it and pass it over that one. Okay, now we want 2 stitches on this needle again, so let's do one more. Now there's 2 on there again, so take this stitch, go from under, now you pass it over, and now it's off. Now keep repeating that and repeating that. Okay, put another stitch on, so there's 2 on that side. Bring it over, do it again, bring it over, one more time, so all the stitches are off of your left hand needle and only 1 is on this needle. All right, now we're going to be sewing this long edge, so you want to give yourself a long enough tail. All right, so you can, oops, sorry about the camera, so you can sew it on. And what you're going to do to finish your cast off is pull a little bit so there's a loop. Now grab, bring it through so it's like a slip knot, and pull it all the way through. Okay, now you got the small end here and the other end there. All right, now I'm going to show you how to put it together. Now we're going to put it together. This is the cast off edge up on top, and like I said, give yourself a lot of tail, that way you can use it for the sewing. And this is the cast on, and give yourself a tail, like I said, not too much but not too little, because you're going to use that. All right, so we want the tail of the cast on to be up on top, so flip it up. All right, and what you're going to do, place your hand, and you want to see how far you want to go down. Let's see, 1, how many bumps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But let's do 8. 8, okay. So you're gonna fold it over. Now, for the length of it going this way, what I want you to do is try on your glove and give yourself some room. Stop it here. Then when you pull this up, see how you can still see the side of the finger? Because this has stretch. And you don't want it too loose, because if you do a perfect fit, it's going to end up loosening up just from wearing it. So you can have it a little bit snug because it will loosen. So like I said, give it a little bit of stretch. All right. So take your yarn needle. And I decided on 7, so let's do, now in the beginning, I like just to go over a couple times in the beginning. That way it's a nice fit. So that's 1. Okay. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. All right, before I get to the 7, let me try it on. See how that fits. Well, it's pretty good. But I will do 7. Okay. All right, and one more. And then, just like in the beginning, do it a couple. And then you're going to want to weave in your end. And I like just to catch some yarns. Everybody has their own way. All right, and then I go back. And you can do that a couple times if you want. And then clip. All right. And now for the bottom, you're going to go all the way up and give yourself enough thumb room. All right, I'm almost got it closed off, except for the thumb hole. All right, I think that's good enough. Let me see. And you could just check it that way. Maybe one more. All right, and just like before, just go over it a couple times. Weave in through things. Catching yarn. Of course, you'll do a better job than that, but I'm just showing you quickly. Whoops. All right, so there's the top. Now go ahead and try it on. Okay. There you go. Look, and then the seam itself is barely noticeable because of all the bumps. Now, if you like it this long, that's good. If you like it shorter, like I said before, don't cast on as many, but you can do a nice long one or fold it up, instant cuff. Okay? Hope you enjoyed the video, and go ahead and make a bunch of gloves. Thank you.